Hello. Hi, gays. Good morning. Uh, uh. Hi, Andy. Who else do we have here? Prone, hello. Prone with those 46 firsts. Andy, hello. Kiki, Shwill, hello. Ruby, hello. How are we? Good morning. Happy New Year's Eve, or Happy New Year if you're in the future. Why am I yelling? I'm so sorry. Me watching my audio just absolutely peak out in the red. So sorry. Hi, Diva Fears. Takes one to know one. Thought I wouldn't have my New Year. I know, it was a close call, ladies. Hi, Heron. Hello, I love you. Heron, I know I say this every time. I will also confess. We've maybe already been celebrating a little bit. But Heron, I've been watching your Instagram stories forever, but you just seem so very happy lately, and I love that for you. You're also so gorgeous. And I just hope you're as happy as you seem to be on the internet. That's all. Thank you. Yes, everybody claim your crowns. It says you claim your crown. Claim your crowns. Hold space. You can fish too. The fishing game is open. We're bringing in the new year. We've got an hour. I went to a drag show today. It was very fun, but there were some like slight tech issues, which is to be expected. It was the first time they've done this here, and so they were having some issues with like the music. But so we technically left early. I think it's still technically going on right now, but I was like, I have to go. I told the internet I would be there for them tonight. But it was so nice. It was fun. We went with I went with Jared. And then I had invited his girlfriend, but she, I think, had other plans already. So we brought our friend Emma, and it was so nice. It was fun. It was so fun. Everyone here is yes. I do not have ugly friends. Correct. Highly thirstable community here at twitch.tv/Carrie the One, Carrie Ethione. Not Street Spinefoot. That's what they call Andy. She loves a good foot. We're not getting rid of the foot jokes in 2025. Sorry, we're taking those with us. In our time of need, indeed. Yeah, I feel like, there are a lot of things that I've like, not to start on a negative note, but 2024 was, I think for many of us, not the best year. I've been very open about my struggles this year. 2024, I will not miss her for the most part. And there are a lot of ways in which I feel like I've backslid as a content creator. You will see that later. I have a little slideshow for us. I made a little PowerPoint for us because I'm a fucking nerd. And when I was putting it together, I was like, wow, I definitely took a step back as a content creator this year. I think that's fair to say. Like when I went to look at my most popular sorry, I can't do two things at once apparently. When I was looking at like my most popular TikToks of the year, every single one of my top 5 most successful TikToks this year are TikToks that I posted in 2020 or 2021 that are still getting more views this year than the posts that I made this year. I have 4-year-old TikToks that are getting more views than the ones that I'm posting now. So I think, 2024 has been a moment for me personally, but there are some things that I feel like have become kind of like a tradition for us. And I think this New Year's stream is kind of one of them. Obviously folks have stuff going on. So like, I know Razor's out celebrating. I think Austin went out too. Like there are folks who like just aren't going to be able to be here, and that's okay. That's fine. But I feel like it's something that we still do as a community, and I don't know, it's just kind of fun. So I would love to have I'd love to make sure that I try to make time for this each year. That said, next year if I get booked and someone wants to pay me to do something on New Year's instead, I love you all so much, but we will not be streaming on New Year's. But as long as I'm able to, I like doing these streams, so we're gonna have a conversation. I know, and all of my, like, not all of them, but probably 8 out of my top 10 TikToks of the year are like Dead by Daylight ones. And I'm like, I'm never gonna escape that fucking game. Which is fine. DBD's fine. I don't hate it like I have at certain points in my life, but that's very much not what I do anymore. It does make me think, because I remember talking to like TikTok like gurus and coaches and whatever, and they would always be like, whatever it is that your like account, whatever it is you post at first and kind of start to build your account with, that's the content that's always going to be the most successful for you. And so I wonder if maybe just my account is so firmly entrenched as a DBD like creator that anything else I post just isn't going to hit the same way. Who knows? Or maybe my content just sucks now. Maybe my content has just gotten worse. That is absolutely possible. I am excited to see that too, Heron. I hope it's the first of what will hopefully be many drag activations. It has to be. I mean, I know that there are a lot of people who hate how like queer DBD is, but come on now, like it's very queer. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well.
I know some of you are like celebrating. I know some of you are at parties or like going out for holiday stuff. If you are, please be safe, please be careful. This is like the biggest night of the year for like drunk driving and car accidents and things like that. So to the extent that you're able to, please do your best to, not the deep voice, not me trying to have a heartfelt moment, and someone had to go and turn it into this. Hi, Kanele. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. I hope everybody's having a nice day. Happy New Year's Eve, the eve of 2025. Are we excited for a new year? Are we going to miss 2024? You've had so much food. Me too. I finally got my Bang Bang cauliflower. Oh, it was so
good. It was so good. We had Bang Bang cauliflower, and then we had mac and cheese. I didn't even have any of them. Mac and cheese. Trilham, thank you for the Prime sub. What a lovely way to kick off the holiday. Thank you so much. 2024 cannot kindly go away. Oh, like not kindly. Got it. I was like, so you don't want it to go away? But I think you mean like can go away not kindly. I am not at my freshest right now. So if something goes over my head, just pretend that it didn't, okay? Thanks. I've had the most interesting week of my life. I need the new year to fix this. Slay. Prona's going to be so upset you got Bang Bang Collie in it. It was so good. I'm not even going to lie. It was so good. It hit the spot. And then we had the mac and cheese bites. But I didn't have any because I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person. I think Jared was kind of bummed that his girlfriend couldn't come. And I was like, do you want to order something to bring home to her? Because that's where he is now. He dropped me off and then peaced out. I was like, do you want to order something to go, like to bring to her? And the kitchen was already closed. And so I was like, well, does she like these mac and cheese bites? And he said yes. So I saved, there were 6 of them. We saved 4 of them and sent him home to her with them. But the cauliflower was really good. Have to go play a board game. You're at 2025 already? How is it in the future, Heron? Is 2025 as fierce as I hope it's going to be? Do I have a job in 2025? Can you tell me that? Those of you who are already in 2025, do I have a job there? Because I would love one. Sounded better when I typed it. I was like, is that me just not understanding what they wrote, or did it not come out right either? The alien still didn't show up. Fuck. Well, there's still time. The year is young, and so are we. No? Okay. Okay. I will also say the bartender was very cute. And he was right up my alley. Our friend who was there with us, she was like, you should go talk to him. And I was like, I'm not going to go try to hit on a guy in drag. I also had 2 drinks. And I took an edible. I was like, this is not how our love story will begin. I will not, years from now, when we're sitting around the campfire, telling stories to the grandkids, tell them that I met their grandfather when I was 3 sheets to the wind, in full drag, at a bar on New Year's Eve, and that he was behind the bar, looking like Goofy in human form, backwards baseball hat. That's not how my love story is going to begin. I'm going to find him on Grindr, obviously. Obviously, I'm going to find him on Grindr like a civilized person would. Like a respectable homosexual would. Probe the one. I wish someone would. What? What? I wish someone would. Probe the one, 2025. That's our new motto. Well, I went from going to a professional bull riding event to going on a cruise and leaving the country. Girl, you keep finding ways to say that. The number of Instagram stories I have seen you post, and this is not a read. I'm so happy for you. The number of times you found a way to mention that you've been out of the country recently, hysterical. It's like that TikTok where it's like it's a skit and she's like playing the part of someone who just came back from Mexico, and she like says everything very aggressively like Spanish. It's giving me that. Time at brunch in Portland. I found out my cousin is pregnant. Oh, I saw that one too. I think it's been weird. Very excited for my cousin, but that was the last thing I was expecting to hear. Today, 3 years ago, is when I came out to my parents. Slay. 3 years, still gay. You should come out every year on this day. Like a refresher. Like when people renew their vows. Every year, I want you to sit your parents down, make it so serious, like you're about to drop a huge, huge bomb on them, and just be like, Still gay. Just letting y'all know. Still very queer. Yep. Sorry. Same time next year, same place. We'll do this again. Right up my alley. I'm so sorry. We're probably gonna delete this VOD. We will probably have to delete this VOD. Ow. Yeah, just a reminder. I do that every Pride Month. I send messages to everyone in my family. Because I'm still technically, at least in my immediate family, the only one who's still openly queer. I think most of my siblings are, or would be, if they weren't in otherwise happy, satisfying, like, heterosexual relationships and with little to no desire to explore anything else. I think they would be. But I'm the most queer, that's for sure. And so every June, I'm like, all right, y'all, what are you doing? It's June 1st. What are you getting me? Same place, same time, still. Exactly. Exactly. I think my family would like to forget. I think my mother would. As much as my mother, I think, is supportive. I think it's one of those things that it's not, I don't think it's her favorite thing about me. I don't think being queer and being a drag queen is probably top of the list of things she was hoping for me, but she definitely puts up with it. But I think it's one of those things that, like, she would rather not talk about. She's supportive. Like, she came to that one, the brunch. Some of you were there. Shul was there. Andy and Prone were there. Kiki was obviously there. She showed up, but then she left in the middle after she walked into someone's apartment. 30 days of birthday. Exactly. Exactly. Gifts every day. After I came out, like 4 more did, and I was like, y'all, I'm the youngest. Why did y'all make me go first? Y'all should have coordinated it and done it all at the same time. Like a gender reveal party. Everybody gets one of those like popper things. And all of you get ones with rainbow in it. It's like a fun little reveal. Yeah, she fully walked in. Walked right into this apartment and just assumed they would know who I was. Hi, do you know Carrie the One? I'm looking for Carrie the One. Is she here? Yeah, Mom. I booked a brunch in someone's apartment. You're right on time. Too cute. Too cute. But yes, it was a fun little show. They sold out, which was exciting. I will say I've never been to like a trivia or anything in this space, and it's like a little bar. And there are like 2 rooms. I don't know that I would have sold both rooms because it felt kind of awkward. I was in the main room, so I didn't have to worry about it. But if I had been in the other room, the queen who was hosting and performing and doing the whole show was in the big room most of the time. And so I would have felt a little bit cheated if I were in that other room. She did her best to try to like move around, especially when she's performing, but like the microphone was a wired microphone, so she couldn't really move around while she was talking. So she did her best, but it was nice to see that they sold out. So hopefully that means, you know, knock on wood, we'll get some more shows there. Very exciting. Guess who's queer? Yeah, literally all of us. You want Wendy's now? Hi, Mudkip. I am also hungry. The kitchen closed at like 8:45 or 9, so we showed up early and had to get our order in as soon as possible. But I could go for a snack. But I'm also not going to DoorDash while I'm in full drag. Mudkip, what are you doing anything special for New Year's? You got a hot date coming over? Sliding into these DMs. That's how y'all should be ringing in New Year's. What better way to celebrate a new year than with a new thirst trap? in my inbox. I'll rate them live here on stream. I'll do it. I've had enough to drink that. Why not? We're deleting the VOD anyway. Had Taco Bell for lunch and Thai for dinner. I really want sushi. Our friend who was there with us, she got sushi and it looked really good. It was a red dragon roll, I think is what it was called. It looked really good. Did someone special? Now I'm watching YouTube. Oh, play. Good for you. Cousin who's pregnant is in a heteronormative relationship, but she is queer as well. Good. We need, honestly, I don't say this often and I don't say it lightly. We need more queer parents. As much as I appreciate the cishets who do their best to like raise their queer kids in a supporting, compassionate way, we really need, we, like the royal we, humanity, really do need more queer people raising children. Nobody raises queer kids like a queer adult can. I don't want to do it. I don't want most of the queer people I know to be doing it, but I do think theoretically we do need more of that. Not the Hannibal Lecter role. Being far too lazy to make new thirst traps. They don't have to be new. They just have to be ones I haven't seen before. Ideally. Congrats on your pike. That's fierce. 2024 cannot kindly go away. I'm gonna be thinking about that for a very long time. That is gonna stick with me. She's an English teacher. By trade.
Open the schools! Open the schools. That's all I'll say. 2024 cannot kindly go away. Not the baby voice. Boo-boo. I was going to try this yesterday. I don't think it's a good angle for me, but I was going to try moving my camera over to this monitor. But then you get like a front-on shot, and I don't know if that's... First off, the lighting is kind of awkward, but... What do we think? I like that we can see all this a little better, but I do feel like this is not a great angle for me. I think need to move my light so that the light is straight on instead of... Since I don't accept sensitive... Oh, maybe it's because I...
Streamer mode on. I very much accept it. Yeah, I don't think this is the angle. I think if I had another light... Come on, Candy. Oh, Candy Corridorus. Not that Heron. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for one from you, Heron. I know you know how to find my DMs. I know you know where to look. Donde está? ¿Por qué? ¿Dónde está tu cuerpo? I know that's Spanish, but that's as close as I can get to Portuguese. The baby voice gives me GTA RP PTSD. That's a lot of letters, girl. That's a lot of letters. All the twinks playing femmes. I fear I might be too powerful if I got into RP. If my PC would let me, I think I would get sucked in, like many other queer streamers have. It's probably for the best that I don't, because... Come on, rubber ducky. That's the thirst trap I want from you, Aaron. I want nothing. I want you in nothing but a strategically placed rubber ducky. You're part of the GTA RP PTSD. The alphabet mafia. Literally. You're super addictive, and I'm going back in sooner than later. Yeah, well, yeah, you're getting a new PC soon, right? Cross my fingers and toes. Did it again. Well, I don't know why. I haven't changed anything, I don't think. Unless this one is particularly saucy. I can still see all your other ones. That's for sure. That's okay, Micah. You can email me. I also have been using Snapchat more. I don't know if we have any Snapchat girlies. I don't really talk about it or like promote it, but I have been using Snapchat more. For just such type of material. It's literally, I'm just... That's it. Discord seems to be my biggest enemy most days. Yeah, it's weird because I get tons of like push notifications and things from Discord trying to get me to pay for Nitro again. But I also have the most random shit happen with Discord. Like Discord is the thing that like I'll finish this sentence eventually. Inexplicably, that's the word I'm looking for. Just not work sometimes. Especially on my phone. The mobile app is tragic. Of course you use Snapchat. Why doesn't that surprise me? Not nude heaven. Well. Very interesting. Oh, well, I got that message, my kip. I got that one. Anyway. It's 11. Oh, I should find a live stream. I didn't find a place where we can watch the ball drop yet. Are they retiring the ball? I saw something on, I don't check Twitter often, but I looked today. Are they retiring the ball? Like, are they getting rid of the ball in New York? And if so, what are they replacing it with? Like, I feel like that's, for me at least, that's what I always think of when I think of New Year's. I don't really think of anything else. I think of that and Planet Fitness because they're always the ones who sponsor it. I always think of the ball dropping and then people wearing goofy like Planet Fitness hats. Not much kept immediately adding me on Snapchat. That's interesting. That's interesting. They're replacing some of the glass pieces on it. Interesting. I saw someone say that it was retiring. Final year, for the current ball. So they're replacing it. Apparently this is the same ball that's been dropping for years. So they're replacing it. $2,688 Waterford crystal triangles of varying sizes. It weighs almost 12,000 pounds and measures 12 feet in diameter. Sounds like my ass. Interesting. Okay. This looks like it'll work. It's nothing fancy, but it's like the CBS New York. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. So we know, then we can do the countdown and our little cheers. I was going to, if I didn't have this thing I went to earlier today, I was going to try to make a ball drop for us. Or like a balloon drop. Because I saw someone did it with balloons and like a plastic tablecloth, and they just like pinned the tablecloth to the ceiling so that they could pull a corner and then the balloons would drop. But I didn't have time to put all that together. So maybe next year though. Maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll be a big enough streamer that I'll have someone who can help me with this stuff. And I can hire one of you to come like run production for me. Maybe we'll finally get Kiki to move to Maine. Just heard what literally sounded like a bomb, and it was not fireworks. Well, how do you know it wasn't fireworks? How do you know? Yeah, that was my ass. Sorry, I was sitting down. My bad. That one went through Mudkip. Loud and clear, girl. You got a stripper pole, you could dress up as a ball and drop down the pole. I've been seeing it on TikTok. I mean, I kind of have the space, so we could do it like right over here. I'll add one to my throne wish list. Do they make them big enough to hold me? X Pole US. That's what they call Razor. They don't list like a weight limit or anything. I bet I could probably make that work. We have time. We have time to plan for next year. Not that heron. All else fails, we get a cardboard cut out of you dressed as the ball and slowly drop it down the pole. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We have time to iterate on it. Here, they just wrap a beach ball in Christmas lights and chuck it off a building. The last few years, the building they choose has moved. It used to be this one bar they would just use the same every year. Last year, they moved it to a different building. This year, they're throwing it off the top of the parking garage. I think because more and more people are showing up, so they need more space for people to stand around. But that's what they do here. I think a piece of wood fell from somewhere and hit a heating duct near the furnace. That's not good. That's not good. Well, like I said, I don't think 2024 was particularly kind to many of us. Although I think there were moments. I think it's okay to say, like, as a whole, like it, 2024 was maybe not ideal, but there were good moments. And I think it's okay to hold on to those. Don't want to get on a touchy subject, but how's handsome boy Goose doing? He's good. He's good. He's still taking his medicine. He is, and I know that they're going to yell at me for this when we go to the vet next time. He is gaining weight. He's getting thicker. His belly is he's getting a little plump. So I know that he's eating so much. They told us that his medicine was gonna make him really thirsty. The prednisone that he's on makes him super thirsty, and he's been going through like 5 or 6 bowls of water every day. Um, I haven't read anything on any of the medications he's on that would make his appetite so much higher, but he's eating so much food. So much. He poops like 3 times a day now. And they're healthy poops. But I think the combination of he's eating a lot more and he's not allowed to exercise. And he's a very active dog. So I think maybe he's eating as much as he always has, but he's just usually so active that he like burns it all off. So the combination, he had a hard time getting up on my bed earlier. That's when I noticed. He got his front half up and then had a kind of hard time getting his back legs up on the bed. And my bed's like, it's a pretty high bed, but it's not like, it's not so high that he shouldn't be able to make it. So we were expecting it. She warned us. She's like, he's probably going to gain some weight because he's not going to be able to exercise. But I do think he's probably gaining more weight than he was supposed to. Oops. Goose is it's true. He's got them carry the one hips. But he's good. He's good. He's taking his medicine like a good boy. He's got, I think, maybe another 5 or 6 days on the prednisone before he finishes that. So, fingers crossed, keeps going smoothly. The pet stairs. Yeah. The hardest thing is just keeping him from getting too wound up. Like, we came home, when we leave and nobody's home with him, we crate him. Usually only for like an hour or 2 at a time tops. And he does great in the crate. He just hangs out in there. But when we come home, he gets very hyper and starts getting the zoomies all over the place. So we had to like kind of try to manage that a little bit. So because he can't have his heart pumping, but overall he's doing well as I think like can be expected. So I am still working on what we're gonna do for like a fundraiser for him. So I do still have the Ko-fi goal up. I haven't figured out exactly what we're gonna do in terms of like a subathon, tipathon, whatever. Jared's like not home that much anymore, so I was gonna incorporate him since it's his dog too, and he might still like make the effort to be here, but I don't want to count on him being here for something like that. So I have to kind of rethink things a little bit. I'm pretty sure he's like gonna move out soon. He our lease runs up at the end of this month, and we've already agreed we haven't seen the new lease and haven't signed it technically yet, but we've both already agreed to sign on for another year. I think at some point in this year he's gonna move out and just keep paying rent until the end of the year and just go live with his girlfriend, because he basically lives there now. So I don't want to like bank on him being here, but also it's his dog too, so it'd be nice if he was like willing to be a team player and help me raise money to pay for this dog. So stay tuned, and if there are any specific like incentives or things that you can think of that you would like to see, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Each day that goes by is a day closer till I hopefully can become a vet and have my own practice and have an account where I can help with unexpected things. Amen. I will say the vet is great. The vet that I take him to, they're all so nice and so like I mentioned, I think a couple streams ago, like I was feeling really guilty about the fact that he tested positive, and it felt like it was my fault. And they didn't make me feel like that at all. They were like, you really can't know. So like even if you did, like that doesn't change anything necessarily. So all we can do is focus on where we're at. $5 donation for an hour of marbles. Girl, that's a bargain. Not the only friends. Negotiable. I've always said this. Even if I were to lean further into like that type of content, I wouldn't use OnlyFans. I'm not giving a cut to somebody else. I use Snapchat for that. Snapchat and Venmo, baby. That's the sound it makes. You're welcome. You're welcome. I just need to find more. There's, not to get too far into this, because I don't want to get TOS'd, but I have found, like, they talk a lot in the content creator space about finding your niche, finding your lane. What is it that you do well that people will know you for and will come to you specifically for? I still struggle to like nail that down for myself as a drag queen, Twitch streamer, content creator in this space. However, in more lascivious circles, I know exactly what I'm good at. I know exactly who it is that seeks out what I have to offer in this very specific niche. I just have a hard time finding them. That's where I'm struggling. I know exactly what I do well after dark. And I'm very good at it. Come on, skateboard. Love a skateboard moment. So there are keywords to look for. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think for anybody who's been watching me for any length of time, it's probably pretty easy to tell. I'm not like your like ooh-woo submissive kitten. So if that's what folks are looking for, I don't think I'm probably I don't think I'm the right match for you. But I love to tell people what to do. I love to tell people what to do. I love to take people's money from them. Anyway, I have a very well-defined lane, and it's just a matter of finding the right market. But we're working on it. We'll get there. Y'all catch a lot of junk. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure if it's weighted in any way, but it does feel like I usually catch really good things, and it feels like a lot of you catch a lot of trash. So sorry. Cash care. I mean, kind of. I have one Snapchat friend who loves, and when I tell you loves, I mean it brings him joy he has never known before when he buys me things. When I tell him and I like order him to buy me things. Not like out of the goodness of his heart, he's like sending me a gift or whatever. When I snap him and say, here's a link, buy this for me. Or hey, send me this money for dinner. Loves it. Loves it. Literally can't get enough. Begs me for it. Where do I find 10 more of him? Where do I find 10 more of him? That's what I need. That's what I need. 10 more of him with more money, because he's also not particularly well off. I need someone who... looking for a man in finance. The tire, the clownfish, the bike. Love that. Love that. That's your dream. It's so great. Like I said, I just wish there were more. But I don't really know where to look for that. So, y'all got any links for me? You need a harem of cat. Yes, I'm not sure that's the word I would use to describe them. Not the fart show. Y'all love these farts. Come on, starfish. What y'all know about catching a starfish? Exactly. Go, girl. Why wait till 2020? Fave queen. Be my cash sub now at kofi.com/carry the one. You heard it here. You heard it here. Andy, I know you love wood, but I love cold hard cash even more than this. I'm not shirt loves my butt. Frosty tools? Excuse me? It says I'm not wearing any pants, which is true. I am wearing underwear though. You can't. We'll send that. Oh, I know what we'll do. This is for the Snapchat friends. You. What? I said I was wearing underwear. Hi, Doxy. Oh, it's this. I'm not hiding the Snapchat. I just didn't think anybody used it anymore. I'm not hiding it. I just didn't think people really use Snapchat anymore. I've been waiting for Heron. Heron's the one member of this community I don't have a solid thirst trap from yet that is on the like bounty board. More leg? You want more leg? Ooh. Not me wearing flesh tone tights and then black socks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Y'all, we have 14 minutes till midnight. Hate I'm at work, but it's dead. Hate that. At least you're getting paid though. All right, Heron, have a good night. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. He really heard me say something about him sending me a thirst trap and was like, you know what? I've actually got to go. I'm used to that. That's typical. 13 minutes left in 2024. What do y'all want to get off your chest? This is your last chance to speak your mind and leave it behind in 2024. Unless you're like Karen and it's already 2025 there. Last chance. Let it out. Leave it behind. No, I understand, Heron. You're fine. You're fine. You're much more wholesome than most of the people in this community. It's fine. I make a lot of jokes about people sending me thirst traps, but I do not want you to do that if it's not something you're comfortable with. To be clear. It's more about what I want to get on your chest. Oh, well, I guess that you can share that too if you want. Shazam, did you know your Amazon Prime can magically transform into a free sub? That's true. Start 2025 right by using it here. Andy's already reeling in the perks. Why not join the school and make it rain gold? Huh? What? School? Girl. I don't know about that one. Ain't no school. Nobody's learning a damn thing from me. Let me be clear about that. Want to go to the beach or Six Flags or SeaWorld someplace? That would be fun. That would be fun. Prime sub implies the existence of a prime dom. You're not wrong. The logic checks out on that. And that's Carrie. Yes. Indeed. Indeed. Not piss school. Not that. I see the Planet Fitness hats. I see the Planet Fitness hats. Does this... Oh. The stream only goes up to 360p. We might need to find a new stream. Who streams in 360p? What news outlet? What self-respecting news outlet streams in 360p maximum? How very dare. That's better. I send a snap and it's 100% PG. Did you see me check it and see that you sent one and decide not to open it on stream? I saw that it was purple. I was like, that's a video. I'm not going to open that right now. The last thing I need is your like gay gasp on my stream. Let me get this audio going so I can make sure I don't miss midnight. Watch me sit here and just run my mouth and it's 1 in the morning all of a sudden. Oh, I don't think there is any audio on this one. We'll do this. We'll add... Oh, not that. Not that. We'll add a display capture. We'll do that. That'll do. That'll do. I swear it's nice. I'll be the judge of that. Not do you have to send me, I mean, you don't have to. Oh, is this the part where I boss you around? Oh, am I supposed to say, yes, piggy, open your purse. Oink, oink. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that. Well, I'm, for one, very excited about 2025. I think, and I feel like I say this every year, not the clip. Not that much good. Don't threaten me with a good time. I don't know. We talked about this a little bit on my last co-working stream. I'm not a resolution person. I'm not someone who's like, new year, new me. But I do think that there is something to, and maybe it's just me, and I'm sure it's not something everybody experiences, but something about like the energy of a new year. I come into the new year with such a sense of like clarity in terms of what it is I want. And as someone who has ADHD and someone who frequently struggles to really understand myself and really understand what it is I want out of life, I love it. This feels like the one time of year that I'm like 100% sure of like the things that I want to do in the coming year. It doesn't always last long. That feeling goes away pretty quick sometimes, but it is nice to feel like there's this sense of almost a clean slate and like, okay, what do I like, clear away, ignore, you know, all the bullshit, all of the like extra crap that we tend to like focus on that is just not important. These are the things that I really want to like focus my time and energy on. And this time of year, I always feel so much more clear on that than almost any other time of the year. And that feels so good. Again, as someone who like doesn't feel that very often, it is nice. It is nice. That one's probably not going on TikTok. At this point, between the fact that TikTok might get banned and the fact that it doesn't seem that there's any rhyme or reason as to which TikToks I post actually get any kind of traction, I'm kind of just posting whatever I want on there now. Sometimes it's clips from streams. Sometimes it's just random like shit that I film on TikTok. Sometimes it's like templates from CapCut. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. It's gonna get 200 or 300 views no matter what I do anyway, so might as well just have fun with it, right? At this point. We have 5 minutes, friends. 5 minutes. Oh, to answer, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Doxy was asking if we were drinking. I am not anymore. I did earlier. I went out to a drag show a couple hours ago and had a couple drinks. I had 2 drinks. But I am not currently drinking. I have Pepsi and I have a Yoo-hoo because I am what? A giant fucking toddler. I also have Kit Kats. What else do you need to ring in the new year? Literally nothing. It's only 7:55. Are you staying up till midnight, my kid? Or is that not a big deal to you? I feel like it's a good like 50-50 split in terms of people I know, in terms of whether they like always stay up till midnight or they could literally not care less. I love Yoo-hoo. Love it. The problem I have is that I usually can't find it in a can. I can only find it in the little fucking juice boxes. And I suck one of those down in record time. Hi, Tree Fungus. I hope you're having so much fun. I hope you're having so much fun. I hope you're getting so many delicious men buying you free drinks. I was gonna shout you out, but I feel like this entire community already follows you. I'll do it again. Everybody go follow Tree Fungus. You missed the Yoo-hoo bottles? Me too. I love Yoo-hoo. Not thanks, Obama. Yeah. We have 3 minutes. Does this not have any audio? Are we not going to hear people do like the 10, 9, 8? Hold, please. Hold, please. Oh. That was loud. Oh, you can't hear that, can you? You should be able to hear it now. Not that bad, Cab. One minute. I hope we can see a little countdown on here. I didn't really plan this, so if it doesn't work, I don't know what to do. I will cheers you with my Pepsi. I was gonna pour this into a wine glass, but why dirty another dish, right? Oh my god. It's happening. It's happening. Do y'all have someone to kiss at midnight? Go get them now. You've got 30 seconds. I got no one. Goose is snoring away over in the other room. Oh! Just kidding. 13, 14, 12, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bow, 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 bow. Oh. Did y'all see how it skipped from 30 seconds to 15? Really fucked us up. Incredible, thank you for the follow. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, girls, guys, and they. Not it snapping. That was jarring. Happy New Queer. Mwah, 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 mwah. What are we doing? Happy New Year. Thanks, Kia. Happy New Year, brought to you by Kia and Planet Fitness. $2025. We made it. We did it, Joe. Do y'all remember? Well, you probably don't. Mudkip probably doesn't. Shwill does. I bet Andy does. Do y'all remember Y2K? Remember when it turned to 2000 and we all thought just like every computer in the world was gonna crash? Y'all remember that? Happy New Year! We made it. We made it. I do kind of hate this song. I do kind of hate this song. We're gonna mute her. Judging by that live. I know, what the hell was that? Who is this? NBC and Telemundo. Thought we could count on you. How does it feel in the future? I feel great. I feel older. I feel wiser. I can feel my boobs getting bigger. Ass fat. I can feel my credit score going up. Have a good night, Shwill. Thanks for sticking it out till midnight with us. Full of cornbread. Maybe so. I do love me some cornbread. I do love me some cornbread. We made it. It's 2025. Well, for those of us on the East Coast, we made it. I'm very excited for 2025. I've already said that, but I think I'm finally, after 30 something years on this planet, I'm finally in a place where I think I'm ready, willing, and capable of doing the things that are going to make me happy. I think I spent a lot of my time convincing myself that I was prioritizing myself when in fact I was accommodating other people and just telling myself that I was like happy with that. So oh well, shit, Mudkip. Thanks for that. Yeah, I mean, obviously 2025 is going to be a doozy as well, especially for those of us here in the States. There's a lot to be done. There's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of there's a lot that needs to be like dismantled. I'm feeling cautiously optimistic because I do feel like we're having conversations, at least here in the States, that we weren't having. Obviously, a lot of it's like too little too late. Like, we've come a long way just in the last year or so on Gaza, and people still continue to keep getting murdered in Gaza every single day. You know, we're talking about like how healthcare is kind of a scam here in the United States. So I'm, again, cautiously optimistic that some of these things will no longer go unrecognized, at least. I think we're still working out how we as like regular Americans are going to do anything about that. And I think there's still a lot of folks that are coming around and haven't quite gotten there yet in terms of like capitalism is the problem. I think there are a lot of folks who still think you can like fix the system from within. But I think we have more people than ever who are realizing that like, hey, maybe all this is happening on purpose and maybe it's the system that is the issue. 5 is your lucky number. Let's hope something good happens this year. Manifesting. I just want a job. I don't feel like I'm asking for too much. Like, of course, there are a lot of other things that I wish were different in my life, and there are a lot of things that I wish I could change about my life. But most of those things I could live with if I just had a stable income. I really miss having like insurance. As much as I hate the fact that we need insurance here. It sure helps. And under the current structure, you know. Manifesting jobs in 2020. I need it. I don't even need like a great job. I'll take whatever I can get at this point. It's hard out here. I hate applying for jobs, but I've been doing it for 2 years now, so we're getting good at it. We're getting good at it. Well, at the risk of sounding like a loser, I did make us a little PowerPoint. I didn't realize where my camera was going to be, but how about this one? How about this one? There we go. I did make us a little PowerPoint. Carrie the One Wrapped 2024. I have a funnish story about the number 5 in this year, and it's a weird ride. I told someone on Sunday, and they just went, oh, fuck. Interesting. So I just thought it'd be kind of fun. In the past, I've done like a video with a bunch of clips and things. I just did not have the time to do all that. Y'all know how I feel about editing videos. I just didn't have it in me. I do have a new channel trailer, though, that does have a lot of the clips from the last year. So if you're really interested, you could watch that. But I thought it'd be good just to kind of look back and see, you know, what are some of the highlights from 2024, maybe a little sneak peek at some of the things I have planned for 2025, and what I'm hoping to like achieve and accomplish in the next year. Let's begin. So, I streamed for 18,343 minutes this year, which when you put it that way sounds like so much. Too much, probably. Probably too much, I think. But that's nothing compared to how much you all watched. 178,591 minutes of stream watch time. So I feel better knowing that for all of the time I have on my hands, you all are worse. So thank you for that. We did average just under 10 viewers, which obviously isn't where I would like to be. We talked pretty frequently about like my first year of streaming, which of course was like pandemic time and things were different. It was, I think, easier to get a lot of viewers at that time because everybody was home. We were all working from home. We were all spending much more time online. I was averaging like 30, 40 viewers at the time. I would love to get back to that, but I'm not going to put a time frame on it. I think this time last year when we were having this conversation, I was like, I'm going to hit 25 average viewers in 2024. Clearly that didn't happen. And I'm tired of worrying about it, frankly. So, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. People like it, people don't. It's up to them. I think given how much more we talk about social justice stuff now and how much more I'm doing like co-working streams and just chatting streams and some of the politics stuff that we do, I don't think I'm probably going to hit those kinds of numbers anymore. I'm not doing just Dead by Daylight and kind of staying out of the more kind of contentious stuff anymore, but I'm okay with that. So if we get more viewers, great. If not, I'm okay with that too. And we had 672 new followers. Very slay. That's like half as many people as there are in the town that I grew up in, which is wild to think of. Y'all sent 36,173 messages. Nope. Let me try that again. 36,173 chat messages in chat. I would say at least 10,000 of them were Razor being thirsty. Give or take. You love the politics and social justice streams. I do too. I think that I'm still working on feeling more confident doing it, just because it feels weird sometimes to. I never try to like position myself as like an expert on any of this stuff, but I think that just by streaming that content, sometimes that's the impression folks take away, and that makes me uncomfortable. I don't want people to think that I'm trying to say that like I am like the authority on this stuff, but I'm someone who I think pays more attention to it than the average person, and I'm someone who's not afraid to like do the reading and do the like homework on stream. So I still struggle a little bit with feeling like it's not my place, but also we should all be having these conversations, and if I've got a platform to do it on, then I should be. I bet a bunch of them were me being thirsty. Probably. It was probably like 10,000 were Razor being thirsty. Maybe like 5,000 were Prone being thirsty, and another 5,000 was Prone raging. Either about like a game or someone at work. Probably a good like 50-50 blend, I think. Yeah, I think so. Y'all created 433 clips. That's a lot. I think a good chunk of those are thirst clips too, though. There were an awful lot of clips created from our cooking streams. This was the year that we did the Carrie in the Kitchen streams, which I do want to bring back too. They just take so much to set up. So they're going to take a lot more planning, I think. So, but I do want to do them. I had fun with the cooking streams. And again, I just think it's going to be a matter of planning them without Jared, because again, I don't think Jared's going to be around as much this year. So it'll be just me, or if I can get Kiki up here, or Andy. We ran 646 minutes of ads. Is that enough? Too much? I don't know. It doesn't feel like much, but 646 minutes, that's like 10 hours. That's 10 hours of ads. But I also feel like the majority of people in my chat on any given day are subscribers. So we ran that many ads, but I don't think that's how many. I don't think that's how many minutes of ads people actually watched. If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. It makes sense to me. And then 585 subscriptions this year. Holy shit. That feels like a lot. That feels like a lot. We had a couple that was it September or the extra gift subs? I think was like 25% of this. There is still an incentive going on. I haven't really been pushing it. And I'm not sure when it ends. It might already be over. Do you all have the thing where it gives you the extra sub if you gift 5 subs? Does that button still pop up underneath, or is that over now? That was a thing for a while. We got a few extra gifted subs from Valorant. So that is still a thing. I haven't been pushing it though because it's the holidays and I feel like people have plenty of other shit to spend their money on. But 585 subs, that's very fierce. Thank you so much for that. We completed an achievement, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think this was a fluke. I think this was a glitch. I don't think we actually did this, but it gave me credit for it. So it says have 1,000 viewers at the same time. I don't think I've ever had 1,000 viewers at the same time. Certainly not this year. June 29th, I'm not sure what I was doing then. I don't know if I even streamed on that day. And I sure don't think I was streaming to 1,000 people. I would remember having that many people in my chat. So I'm not sure how this happened. But it gave us credit, so we're celebrating it. I don't think I've ever actually had 1,000 viewers. But Twitch says we did, so must be true. I think it was a bot rate. Oh, that could be it. That could be. It was during Pride Month, so that would make sense. Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm not gonna look what is it? Gift horse in the mouth. No, ma'am. So we're celebrating. Thanks for 1,000 viewers. More than 50. Oh, I think you've told me this before, Kanele. Actually, this sounds familiar. This sounds familiar. I feel like you might have mentioned some of this to me before. Lived in 5 states. Out of all the grandchildren that are in contact on mom's side, is 5 of us. Now it's 2025. I turned 20, which is a multiple of 5. If all things go as planned, I may debut at the UMaine show on April 5th. Yeah, I think you mentioned that before. That is a lot of coincidence, for sure. Meant to be. Looking at where people are tuning in from, so thank you to the United States for coming in at 81%. Canada was 6%. I don't know who we have in the UK, but thank you. And then 2% Brazil. I'm pretty sure that's just Heron. I don't know anybody else. Unless we've got, I know we have lurkers. So international lurkers, thank you too. It was really interesting to see like what platform you all watch my streams on. I was hoping that this would be a lot more uneven, but it's a pretty 50-50 split between like web and mobile. So I will keep that in mind in terms of things like using commands for things versus having like a Twitch panel underneath my stream. Because I know on mobile, Twitch panels are a little bit trickier. Subscribing on mobile is more expensive. So that's good information for me to have in terms of like thinking about how to make things easier and more convenient for the viewer, knowing that about half of you are watching on a computer of some sort and about half of you are watching on your phones. And then there are like few people who watch on mobile web. There's also like less than 1% were watching on like a console or on a television, like a smart TV app. And then in terms of like channels, and I'm not sure how these numbers are calculated because not that I'm not grateful, but I don't think Schwilham has been streaming in 2024. So I'm not sure how I'm still getting 5% from them, but I'll take it. Shout out to Avidius being the #1. I think this is a combination of raids, but then also there's like the Twitch. The Twitch gives you the option, if you're a streamer, you've seen this probably on your creator dashboard, where you can like suggest or recommend other streamers, so that if someone comes to your Twitch profile and you're not live, it'll give a carousel of other channels to check out. I think it's that too. I also think it might include Twitch teams. Like, for example, I don't think I'm one of the suggested channels on Deer's Twitch. I think she probably has other people there, but being that we're both on the Stream Queens, I imagine I probably get some sort of like exposure there. But I thought it was kind of fun to look at this. So Avidius, then Schwilham, Commander Amber, who we love, Beth, of course, adore her, Eval Queen, Boozin, Deer, Cam, another one who doesn't stream super often, but I think there's a lot of overlap there too. Trashly, Therona, and of course our friend Six Grits as well. So kind of cute. Shout out to all of you. Thank you so much. We kind of went over this already because this was all from my like Twitch recap, but I thought it would be cute just to add it. So Overwatch was our most streamed category. Will that happen again in 2025? Probably not. I think co-working is probably going to shoot up to the top because if you think about it, we've only been co-working for a couple months. So the fact that co-working is third, I think is just because we've only been doing it for a little while. So I think after a full year, co-working is probably going to be the number one. Just chatting will probably be up there as well. We're in just chatting right now. I don't expect Dead by Daylight to show up in the top 5 for this year. Don't hold your breath on that one, babe. And then 7 Days to Die. I mean, I do kind of miss playing that game. I do kind of want to get back into it. But like I said, that last Blood Moon really fucked me up. I'm not going to lie. And then our top 5 emotes. Slurp Slurp, number 1. By a landslide. It wasn't even close. Y'all love to slurp. Y'all love to slurp. And knowing this community, that tracks. That tracks. Some of these thirsty, raggedy Gila monsters. I believe it.
Second was the hype emote, which I thought was interesting. Not my favorite emote that we have, but I'm glad that you all are having fun with it. Then the Slate emote, then that fucking Razor one of him churning butter. And love that. Love that, I think, is the one that we probably use the most on Discord. I think. Not the deep voice. I think love that is the one we use most on Discord. Yeah. And I love that. So I thought that was fun. I want to see these numbers double in 2025. I think we can do better than 441 is a lot of times to use a single emote, but y'all did how many? 36,000 chat messages and you only managed to use these emotes 400 times? I think we can do better. I think we can do better. So maybe that's, as a community, maybe that's our New Year's resolution.
That's one thing we can all commit to doing in 2025. I want to see these numbers at least double. I want to see us have at least one emote that we use 1,000 times in 2025. I think that's reasonable. More slurping in 2025. I knew Mudkip could get behind that one. Because he gets behind a lot of things. Huh? And then I just wanted to show a little bit about TikTok too. So this is how things started to get depressing for me in putting this together. So we did get 138,000 views on TikTok in 2024, which I feel like that's good. 7,400 likes, 685 comments, and 765 shares. And then on the right here, we have my top 5 performing TikToks in 2024, none of which were actually posted in 2024. But I think the glass half full interpretation here, the glass half full stance here is, even if the content you post doesn't get a lot of engagement right away, post it anyway and leave it up, because it could do shit like this. That top TikTok is 4 years old. I posted that in November of 2020. It's a duet I did where it was one of those like fill in the blanks singing with me back and forth things. Stupid. It took me, I think, 5 minutes to film. And in 2024, 4 years later, it got 108,000 views on top of what it had already received. Now, if I had more followers, I'd be making money off of that too. But that's a conversation for a different time. One thing I do want to do, assuming TikTok survives whatever's going on in the government right now, I would like to get to 10,000 followers on TikTok, because then I can qualify for the creator program. And I would be able to start making money based on the number of views that my TikToks get. Whereas right now, the only way that I can monetize on TikTok is like TikTok shop and then if I went live on TikTok. You can send the gifts and things. So one thing I would like to do, this is a heads up for 2025, I would like to do more work as a content creator that doesn't require you all as my community to spend money in order to support me. So things like sponsorships where maybe it's about buying a product, but it might be like the game sponsorships we used to do where you just have to download a mobile game and play it for a while. I want to try to create more opportunities for me to monetize my content in a way that doesn't rely solely on you all and your generosity. Obviously, I appreciate when you all tip and subscribe and gift subs and all of those things. But I don't want that to be the only, like, I don't want it to feel like that's all I want from you. So things like getting more opportunities to monetize on TikTok will help me generate a more sustainable income with content that doesn't rely solely on you all spending money every month. So that's one of the goals. Again, assuming TikTok survives, I've been posting on TikTok while we wait to see what happens. I hope that it doesn't get banned. I hope that we get to keep TikTok and that it stays in the hands that it's in now. But we'll see. Time will tell. Maybe Walmart will sponsor you. Not that. At this point, honestly, I want to support BDS and the companies that are most impactful in terms of like Israel, Palestine. So I wouldn't take a sponsorship with one of those, but I would probably take a sponsorship with a company that I wouldn't normally be interested in right now, just because things are so tight. I need to pay for these vet bills for the dog. So if you all see me doing a sponsorship or like posting things on Instagram or TikTok that don't really make sense for me, just understand that I'm like, I'm just trying to get by here. So mind your business, like, comment, share, all that shit, and then keep it moving. So like I said, I'm not going to like partner with like Chick-fil-A or anything like that. But if y'all see me partnering with brands that don't really make a whole lot of sense for me, just know that I'm the bar is a little bit lower right now than it might be otherwise. Okay. Indeed. And again, I don't like ad time. Speaking of, enjoy your ads. Love you, mean it. If you don't want to get an ad, you can subscribe. It's that simple. I don't like asking you all for money. The goose thing, the Kofi goal, I hate that. It makes me so uncomfortable to do that. And I'm only doing it because I have like no other option right now. And it's not for me, it's for him. If it were my own like medical bills or something, I probably wouldn't be doing it. And that's not me trying to be like play the victim or like try to sound more humble than I am. I'm just super uncomfortable asking people for money. So if there are other ways that I can monetize my content without you all having to directly spend your money, I'm all about that. It's harder to do, and it typically requires you to have a bigger community. But if I can do it, I'm going to do it. So not that Mudkip. I don't even think the chicken was that good. The only thing I don't even miss it necessarily because you can buy like generic versions of it. I did really like the Chick-fil-A sauce. That was like the highlight for me. You can get chicken anywhere. I have an air fryer now. I can make my own chicken. And then YouTube. I have not been paying a whole lot of attention to. I've been posting shorts on there just because it's pretty easy to do. And it keeps like activity on my account so that I don't go like dormant. But we managed to get 101,000 views almost entirely on my shorts. I haven't posted a lot of long form stuff on YouTube this year. That's probably going to continue in 2025. You all know I hate editing long form videos. It's not something I enjoy. It's not something I have fun with. I get really frustrated with long form content because I never get as much engagement on it as I do on my shorts. So I'm spending way more time on the content and getting way less for it. I'm also not a YouTube partner or anything, so I'm not monetizing any of that. I'm not getting like ad revenue or anything from those videos. So it's really hard for me to like motivate myself to do long form. So that's probably not going to happen this year either, but I will keep posting shorts because it seems to be working pretty well for me. 439 watch hours, 139 new subscribers. And then this one I thought was really interesting. So of all of the views that I'm getting, which again is almost entirely on my shorts, not on long form, almost 100% of the views are coming from people who are not subscribed to my channel. So I still need to kind of sit with that a little bit, I think. Because what that means is that people are seeing my content and then not subscribing. All right, Andy, have a good night. Thanks for staying up with us. I'll probably only be on for another like half hour or so. This is going to be a short stream. I'm super tired. And I still have to get out of drag, but I did want to hop on as we do. Not this man. I sent that snap out and someone replied to it and is now trying to like come over. Honey, it's 12:30 in the morning. Anyway, so that's something I need to think about is because clearly my content is getting pushed out, which is nice because that's the issue I'm struggling with on a lot of the other platforms I'm on, is it feels like I can't even get my content seen. So I'm having like the opposite problem on YouTube where people are seeing it, but they're not following up and then subscribing to my channel. So I have to think, how do I convert? How do I get folks to take the plunge and subscribe? And maybe it's as simple as just adding like a call to action somewhere, asking people to. So something to think about. Again, I'm not going to put a ton of time and energy into YouTube necessarily. I would like to hit YouTube partner, but you can do that now with just shorts. So you don't have to be posting long form content in order to make that happen. I do also think I'm going to start uploading my VODs, my Twitch VODs, just to my regular YouTube channel. Right now, I've been putting them on a second YouTube channel that's just those VODs. I'm tired of doing that. I just want to put it all on one channel. I don't care if it like hurts me. Like I said, my long form shit doesn't get seen anyway, so I'm not that worried about it. I'd rather just put it all in one place. So that way it's all in one neat, tidy little place. And if people subscribe, great. If not, that's okay too. But it was nice to see that, you know, at least on one platform, we're seeing some growth. So that's nice. And then these are the 5 of my shorts that were most successful. This International Drag Day one got like 40 or 50,000 views. So drag artists, make sure to mark your calendar, July 16th. Big day for posting, if you're not already. What's coming in 2025? I forgot I put this on here. I'm entering my driving sim era. Will I become a truck driver? Maybe. I think I look real good behind the wheel. Maybe so. I would like to hit YouTube partner. Like I said, I'm trying to monetize as many ways as I can, and this is another one of those ways that we could monetize my content without my community having to shell out money from your own pockets. We love ad revenue. Ad revenue is one of the most like sustainable and consistent streams of revenue for a content creator. At the very least, truck stops. I roll up to the truck stop with my gaming steering wheel. Carrie Con. It's happening. We're going to do it. Mark your calendars for June. Our local pride is June 28th. But I'm not necessarily committed to having CarrieCon be that same weekend. So I know we have some folks who already have plans in June and may or may not be available. But for folks who would like to be there, who might have a conflict or might have a like vested interest in helping pick a date or a weekend for that, let me know. Because I would love it if more people could come. And what I would like to do, pipe dream, that's what they call Mudkip. You're welcome. That was a dick joke. What I would like to do is hopefully I'll have a job soon. And I'd like to get to a point where we could actually like raise some money to help people get to CarrieCon. Because I know not everybody can afford to travel. So what I would like to be able to do is actually like raise some money to help folks with like flights or rental car, like whatever it is that you all need to get here to make it easier for you to do that. So I would love to be able to do that. Again, conditions pending. We might be fundraising to pay for the dog's vet bills until June. So we'll see. And then there's just a few other things. You're welcome, Mudkip. That was a good thing. We love a good pipe. I will absolutely continue roasting Razor at every opportunity. Y'all can count on that. You can take that one to the bank. We will absolutely drag that bitch through the mud by her hair every chance we can in 2025 and beyond. I don't know. Maybe we'll finish the Quarry this year. Y'all remember when I was playing the Quarry? We made it like halfway through. Maybe we'll finish her. Maybe not. I'm not promising anything, but maybe we will. More community games. I want to play more community games. So things like marbles, things like Jackbox. Finding more games like, like Dead by Daylight has been for us, like Fortnite was, like Overwatch was, where like a lot of us can all play together. I want to do that. I say it all the time. Like gaming is for me is a social thing. I don't want to just play games by myself all the time. So I'm excited to be like exploring more one-person games and all that. But I do want more community games. I do have video game ADHD. It's true. Correct. I think with the Quarry in particular, what I got stuck on, since you didn't ask, I was really committed because I was also turning our Quarry streams into YouTube videos. I felt like I had to be in drag when we were playing that game because I wanted it to be something where all the YouTube videos I was in drag. I no longer have that mentality. I stream more out of drag than I do in drag, and I'm okay with that now. So I think that will be less of an issue moving forward. Because especially with that game, it was like, I always feel like whenever there's a game that I'm super excited about or that I think you all are going to be super excited about, in the past, I've always felt like I had to stream that game in drag in order to make it like as special as possible for folks. And I still want to stream in drag as much as I can and as much as I feel like it. Because it is more fun. I feel like I have more fun when I'm in drag. I feel like you all have more fun when you're in drag, or when I'm in drag, or when you're in drag. And it makes for better clips and like I get it, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from streaming things either, which is something that I think is new for me. Lockdown Protocol seems like a fun community game. I haven't checked that one out yet, but I have heard good things. I think I've seen Annie Crevice playing that. We will absolutely be doing more social justice content and conversations. I'm not sure what that all is going to look like. It might be a little bit less structured because in the past I've tried to overstructure it and then I end up fucking it up, or like I feel like I need to prep a lot more for that kind of content, and I may or may not always have the time and energy to do that. So, but I want to make sure that I do it well. We will absolutely continue bringing you very cute Slay merch. I do have another round. For those of you who may be interested, I do have another round of sample jock straps coming. That could potentially turn into merch at some point. Something to think about. Return of the indeed. So if that's something you might be interested in guinea pigging, let me know. I would just need size and address. And I want to do more merch fundraisers too. We raised $300 for Needlepoint Sanctuary of Maine with our Christmas merch this year, and I think that's so fierce. So I would love to do more of that as well. We'll do more Discord movie and game nights. What that looks like, I'm not sure yet. This is one I would love if the mods would maybe want to get involved a little bit more in this regard. I feel like I'd like to make the Discord a place where people spend more time and hang out and have more fun and build community off Twitch. But I can't always be the one doing the Discord movie and game nights. And especially since so many of our mods are also streamers or have streamed at some point, I think it would be a great opportunity for some of you to really take ownership of creating a little schedule for movie nights and game nights and getting to do some more of that. Not that geeky. And then more indie horror games. I do love me some horror games, and I had the same issue with horror games that I did with the Quarry, where I feel like I can't play horror games unless I'm in drag because then the clips aren't as good. I'm just gonna have to get over that. I'm not going to stream every day in drag. That's just not the life I live. And I don't want that to stop me from streaming at all. So these are my commitments to you all in 2025. More of this stuff, more of what I think I have more fun doing, and more of what I think it seems you all expect and want and have more fun with. So I'm going to try to do better about not letting myself get so in my head about things like the numbers and how many viewers I have and whether or not people are having a good time and whether or not you all like me. Because the reality is, it doesn't matter if you like me, you're here. So that has to mean something, right? If you're hate watching me, I don't want to know. So you're here for a reason. So I just need to stop letting myself like be my own worst enemy and just be grateful for what I do have, because I do have a lot to be grateful for. And in case I haven't mentioned it yet, if I have not mentioned it yet, I need, not this, you're welcome. You can clip that, Mudkip. Save that for the spank bank. I'm getting a fucking job this year. How about that? I can't do this for another year. I can't do this like wiffle waffling. I'm getting older. I'm at that age where I'm supposed to be getting colonoscopies. And I'm not saying I'm looking forward to any of that, but I'd like to be able to get those if I need them. So this will be the year. Whether it's another job, I'd really love to stay in DEI. That's what I'm good at. That's what I've always done. That's what I love doing. But it's not a great time to try to be looking for jobs in that right now. So, you know, if that means I pivot, I did finish my first lesson for my coding class, my full stack developer course. We slayed it. I didn't realize HTML literally is just, it's the shit we used to do on MySpace. Brackets, make sure you close your brackets. Headers, paragraph. So simple, so straightforward. Still like 20 years from that, you're young. I'm not that young. I'm not that young. I'm not as young as I used to be. Unfortunately. She's got a good skincare regimen, but these bones, Nick knockin', honey. So anyway, I would love to get a job this year. That's probably number one priority. If I had to pick just one thing I want to do in 2025, I just want a job. All this other stuff will get so much easier for me. I can't emphasize enough how much not having a job has fucked up my mental health. And that's not me complaining. That's not me bitching. I am, again, so grateful that I've been able to spend 2 years almost. It'll be 2 years in February without a full-time job. And somehow I've been able to pay all my bills. My credit score has gone up somehow. We're making it happen. I'm very good at making a dollar stretch. I'm very good at finding creative ways to make money. But I don't want to have to keep doing it this way. I would love to be able to have a actual job, which I think would take a lot of pressure off of things like content creation. I think there have been times that I haven't had fun with streaming because I've needed streaming to be a primary source of income for me. And I just, to be blunt, you all do so much for me, and I am so grateful for you all. And I don't have a community that's big enough that I can be making full-time money on here. It's just, that's just not where we're at. I probably make more than a lot of people my size. I will admit that. Because there are several of you who are far too generous, but I'm not close to being in a place where I could or should be going as a full-time content creator. So getting a job would allow me to not lean so hard on streaming for help paying my bills and things. And I think that will in turn make it much easier for me to have more fun and feel less pressure when I'm streaming. Because I'm doing it all to myself. You need to vent too. I feel like I vent all the time. That's the problem. I feel like I'm constantly, and less so now, but I think there was a good 2-month period there where I didn't blame people for not wanting to watch me because I didn't want to watch myself. I would just hop on the stream and sit here and whine and complain the whole time. And I still do a lot of that, but I get it. At some point, people don't want to hear it anymore. So I appreciate that. And hopefully this is the year a lot of that changes for us. For me personally. Thank you. Thank you for your time. So stupid. So there's your Carrie the One 2024 wrapped. Hold for applause. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. So hopefully lots of good things for us in 2025. Obviously, we know that like from like a like meta overall global kind of standpoint, we're lining up for some not great stuff in 2025. But I hope that we will be able to find moments of joy, find moments of peace, find moments of community that will help us cope, get through, survive what is to come. And I think that that's a lot of what this space, this community can and will be for people. Hopefully, if I'm doing my job, that's what it'll do, because that's what I want. And lots of thirst traps. That's how I get through. That's my love language. Cash and lewds. In no particular order. Those are the things that keep me getting up and getting out of bed in the morning. Not the clip. America runs on Duncan. I run on thirst traps. It is what it is. Thirst traps and Cash App. Yeah. America don't. I mean, that's a fair point. You are correct. You are correct. I'm also real upset. This has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about. I'm in the Throne Discord, and there's a special section in the Throne Discord for Throne partners. And they did like a little contest. They did 2 contests for Throne partners. One was a sweater contest, and one was a Winter Wonderland contest, where they would have folks share screenshots of like their Sims build or their House Flipper build that was like all decorated for the holidays. And then we voted. So we voted for our favorite sweater and we voted for our favorite Winter Wonderland. And the winners get like $100 toward their wish list. I shared an image of one of my Christmas sweaters. I haven't worn it this year. I wore it on Christmas with my family, but I haven't worn it on stream. It's the one with the dinosaur on it. It's got a T-Rex with a Santa hat and there's like lightning all over it. So funny and such a good Christmas sweater. And I was in first place for the majority of voting. And then maybe 10 minutes before the end of voting, this other person shoots up ahead of me and beat me. I was already planning how I was going to spend my $100. And then this person comes out of nowhere and passes me. I hear fireworks coming from that way. I know, Mike, I was so upset. I was so upset. I was picking out things on my wish list. I was gonna get the like iced coffee thing. I was gonna get the iced coffee maker. I was gonna get. I kind of need to get this one of those like it's like a splitter but for your USBs because I have too much shit that plugs into my USB now. I was kind of thinking about getting those boots, the like Pac-Man boots. Or some of the stuff for our lemonade stand. It's still on there. Hi Sly, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Is it the new year where you are? It's almost midnight for our central time zone, girlies. So I missed out on the $100, but it's fine. It was for fun. I think they're pulling a second winner who gets I think $50 and it's just like a random person who participated. So maybe I'll win that one. But I was very upset. I was winning the entire time. I did not enter the Winter Wonderland one. I'm still not good enough at House Flipper that I feel like I would win anything. Love that. I love New Year's. I've said it before. I'm not like a big resolution person, but something about like the changing of the year just feels like I feel re-energized and like focused. And maybe it's all in my head. It probably is, but I'll take it. No, you're fine, Mudkip. That wasn't me trying to get people to send me money. I was looking at my Discord and I happened to be on that. So it brought it back up for me. Please don't feel like y'all have to send me money for, like, I know that I talk a lot about ways you can support me because I don't want there to be any question about how you can. I never want anybody to be thinking, I have money I want to give Carrie and I don't know how to do it. I never want there to be any question, but it's never an expectation or a requirement at any point. I know that we're all going through it. None of us are like independently wealthy. Except Razor. Had the apple cider. Sparkling drink for midnight. Ooh, that sounds good. I love a good sparkling cider. I like champagne and like a, grown-up drink too. But I'll sit there and drink bottle after bottle of like the sparkling grape juice. That shit's so good. Razor needs to get famous and pay for all of our lavish lives. I know, he needs to hurry up and release this book. Get on it, girl. Honestly, I don't even think that I don't think he's wealthy. Although, the last time I said he was wealthy, his response wasn't that he's not wealthy. His response was, what's your definition of wealthy? Which, that's telling. It wasn't, no, I'm not rich. It was, what do you mean by rich? I'm just saying. I told y'all we're going to keep roasting Razor all the way through 2025. He decided to go out and shake his ass on the dance floor instead of hanging out with us tonight. He's getting roasted. It feels weird to flip someone off. I don't do that ever. There's your new emote for 2025. There's your new emote for 2025. Use that one 1,000 times. And probably won't send it. Well, to be fair, he did eventually send me the jockstrap pictures. Eventually. It did take almost an entire year. It did almost take an entire year. And they weren't what I thought they were going to be. If that makes sense. Not spit roasted. Not the spit roasting. Never mind, I almost said something I would probably regret. Did he wear a onesie or something? In one of them, yes. I think his approach was one of like, this is going to be artistic. So like there was a lot of like, you can see the rhinestones through the onesie because it was a white onesie. 2025, no regrets. No regrets. No regrets. What's this? No regrets. The drama llama, that's what it is. Drama llama. All right. Do we have anybody here who's central time zone? If not, I'm probably going to wrap up. If we have anybody who's celebrating at midnight in 7 minutes, I'll stay online for another 7 minutes and celebrate with you. But other than that, I probably want to get out of this drag. I gotta go take some. I gotta go send some snaps. Mudkip. I'll be waiting. But thank you all for hanging out. I love these New Year's Eve streams. We don't have a lot of traditions here in this community, but this is one of them, and it's one that I really love. I love our holiday streams. Christmas, New Year's. I usually stream on Thanksgiving. I love streaming anything, but I think in particular getting to stream on holidays with folks helps me a lot. Whether or not you all get anything out of it, I'll let you all decide that. But I'm not someone who like looks forward to holidays a lot. I've talked a lot about like my family. I love my family, but holidays are usually a source of stress and anxiety. It's not always an experience that I like look forward to, but I do really look forward to hanging out with you all on holidays. So I appreciate that. So 2024, 2025, beyond, I just appreciate you all giving me something to look forward to, a source of support, and yeah. I've gone through some shit this year. We all have. And I'm not sure how I would have gotten through it without you all. So I appreciate you. This is why I'm deleting the VOD, because I'm not leaving that up. All this mushy gushy shit. I know Razor watches the VODs, so I gotta delete it before he gets to it, because he's gonna think I'm talking about him. And we cannot have that. It's like that meme where it's like, I'm grateful for all of, not you. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off. I'm not tired. So it is entirely possible that if you are in the Discord, you might see me hop into a video game in about half an hour. If I do, and you want to join, let me know. I'm still feeling very good and feeling very elevated. So I'm not ready to go to bed yet, but I do want to get these lashes off. So we're going to do that. I'll try to record a couple TikToks, because who knows when I'm going to be drag again. Who knows when I'm going to be in drag again. But again, thank you all so much for hanging out today. I appreciate it. Thank you for ringing in the new year with me. Thank you, Shrill, for the resub, the prime sub. Min, again, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And yeah, I hope you all have a good New Year's. I hope you all behave yourselves, make good choices. And don't like feel, I know that there's a lot of pressure right now to like new habits and try new things and change your life and exercise and do this, that, and the other. And those are all things that like are objectively good choices to make. We should all probably exercise more. We should all probably drink more water. We should all probably eat better. Whatever. If you smoke, you should probably quit smoking. But don't feel like you have to do that now, or that like don't let yourself get swooped up in the like new year, new me bullshit. But if you're like me, it can be a good opportunity to like reflect and kind of think about huh? Hello to you too. Hello to you too, I guess. I'm just not a robot. That's what I think a robot would probably say, though. These robots are getting tougher and tougher to suss out. I think the only way to be sure that you're not a robot would be for you to tip me. I think the only way I can be 100% sure is for you to tip me 25 United States dollars right now. A bot would never do that. They just wouldn't. You get it, Kiki. She knows. Note that my command says tips are non-refundable. Don't try to pull any fast shit on me either. Not my first rodeo. Also, I have not been drinking. Thank you very much. Not that Mudkip. I have done that before. And you all had no idea. You all had no idea. Anyway. The energy has shifted dramatically in the last 3 minutes here. I'm waiting. One bit, girl. You really said, let's leave sus out in 2024, and then you had the nerve to drop Hawk Tour. $0.06. I'm sorry, 7 cents. I'll wait. I got time. I have nowhere to be. Go get your friends. Let's start 2025 with a hype train. Let's start 2025 with a hype train. Not the strap on. Girl. Seeing an increase of new viewers. I am as well. Is this your friend? Prism, is this AO Eggs? Is this your friend? We're holding a lot of space. We're holding a lot of space in 2025. Am I packing? Like a gun? No. I don't have any pockets. Sorry. So sorry. Not really my aesthetic. I'm not like Tomb Raider. Did I cut off my wiener? Why do you care? That's the real question. Why do you care what I've done with my wiener? If I ever even had one. Is that really how you want to ring in 2025? Talking to strangers on the internet about dicks? That's a very weird energy to be bringing into the new year, friend. I'm not gonna lie. Not why did you spell it with an H? Wiener. Your wiener. Did you cut off your wiener? It's going to cost you a whole lot more than 12 cents for that kind of information. I'm so sorry. But thank you so much for stopping by to say hello. Well, that was fun. I hope that was as good for you as it was for me. Thanks for the pennies. Did they leave? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I feel like sometimes the trolls, when they come in, they leave because I'm not giving them like the response they're looking for. But then other times it feels like they just go quiet and they're like biding their time and waiting for the right moment. It was Razor, yeah. Tuning in from the gay bar. Welcome back, Sly. Yeah, we had a little moment there. Made some new friends. I'm really good at that. Everywhere I go, people always have something to say about my wiener. You understand what that's like, Mudkip. Everywhere you go, people are just talking about your wiener. It's a weird thing to lead with, but you know, to each their own. I understand. My reputation precedes me. You may not know my content. You may not know my story, but you've heard about my wiener. I understand. I get it. I get it. It's fine. But it is just a lot. It's a lot. First thing in the morning, New Year's. It's a weird thing to lead with, you know? Oh my god, shut up, podcast. Like when people step on a rake and it's like... Yeah. I get it. We've all been there. We've all been there. Anyway, well, thank you all for hanging out. I'm sorry about whatever that was if it bothered any of you, but it's been a while since we've had a good troll. We get a bot every once in a while, but it's been a while since we've had like a genuine troll. It was pretty funny. I'm kind of impressed they actually gave me bits. It wasn't the $25 I told them to send me, so clearly they don't follow instructions well, but it's fine. Some of us just don't have it. If you're broke, you can just say that. But you don't get to keep talking about my wiener if you don't have the money. Sorry. That's the rule we're going to carry forward into 2025. We're not having a conversation about my wiener if all you've got is 12 cents. So sorry. We will be ready. I'm always ready for a conversation about wiener. I'm always ready to snap into that mode. Trust. Thank you, Sly. You get it. I think it's only fair. That's kind of always been my like policy. I don't really mind trolls personally. I know that for chat sometimes it can be uncomfortable, and when trolls come in and say things about people in chat, I have a problem. But when they're talking about me, I've never really had a troll like truly get to me. Other than to say that, like, if you're gonna come in here and try to waste my time, you better pay me first. Like, you want to sit here and have a conversation about me hacking my dick off? We can do that. But we're not going to do that for free. I'm not going to have that conversation with a literal stranger on the internet for $0. Kiki, what are you doing? Kiki said, snap me later, girl. She said, say less. Well, I think we just found our new business model for 2025. Interesting. Not me having 3 snaps now, too. Interesting. Well, on that note, before you all start throwing more money at me for literally no good reason, thank you, Kiki. I appreciate that. I love you. The next great emote, Kiki holding a placard that says Wiener. Wiener. Carrie 19 Wiener. Do you think it would let me do that? Probably not, huh? Maybe it would probably have to be like a hot dog emote. Something to think about. I have a dry erase board in no time. Well, that's our first collab, 2025. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you all had a great New Year's, or will have a great New Year in like 4 hours when it's New Year's for you, Mudkip. Although you're probably going to bed. Yeah. I had a very nice time. Let's do it again next year. And what day is it? Wednesday. So what I know I want to try to do is I want to try to do co-working streams on Mondays and Wednesdays. We'll see what happens. We'll see what time I wake up. We'll see what time I get out of bed, because I'm gonna have to shower and all that first, especially with all of this. But assuming I get up at like a decent hour, which I'm gonna have to anyway, because I have to give the dog his medicine. I'm planning on doing a co-working stream, I guess later today, technically, on Wednesday. So if you'll be around, it's gonna be a rainy day, you're probably gonna sleep. Maybe what I might do, if I'm real tired, I'll wake up. I have to wake up and give the dog his medicine around 8 o'clock. So that has to happen. But I might go to bed after that and just keep sleeping. So we'll see. A lot of it too depends on, Jared usually comes home at some point during the day to like change or whatever. And that always wakes me up. So I have a hard time napping sometimes. I think I've talked about this before. Unless I'm really tired or like hungover, I have a really hard time once I'm up in the morning going back to bed. I'm not a big napper, so we'll see. It might be a later co-working stream. And if I'm tired, I probably won't get a lot of co-working done. And I'll probably just sit here and run my mouth again for a couple hours while you all work. And I'll keep waiting for Mudkip to send me more nudes. That's how we'll spend our day. All right, on that note, I'm actually going to go this time. Thank you all again. I appreciate you all so much. Here's to another year of our bullshit on the internet being messy, sloppy, thirsty, raggedy, gooning monsters online. Love you all so much. I'm not going to raid because now I'm afraid I'm going to bring a troll somewhere that they'll pop back up. So go to bed. That's what we should do. Everybody go to bed. Everybody go to sleep. Rest up. We'll co-work tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you for your support. And let's kick some ass in 2025, shall we? Slay. Bye. Love you, mean it. Mwah, mwah, mwah.